I'm going to give you 5 game-changing finger exercises that are going to help you be a better guitar player today. Hey, Brian here from the GuitarFactoryOC.com, and I know playing songs is the ultimate goal for all of us guitar players, but when we work on finger exercises, it's the cross-training we need to play harder songs. Sometimes I say to myself, is the song hard, or am I just not ready to play it because my fingers aren't strong enough yet? So let me show you these 5 exercises today that is going to help you play all the songs you want and get a lot better at being a guitar player in a very short amount of time. And as always, you guys, I have placed a link in the description below for a free PDF download cheat sheet to give you tablature and diagrams on all of these exercises. All right, finger exercise number 1 is my absolute favorite. It's the one that's going to build finger independence. It really makes sure that every finger gets a great workout. And for me, before a show, it gets me all warmed up, blood flowing in these fingers, and I'm sure you'll feel the same as well. So what I want you to do is we're going to place all 4 fingers on the G string, and we're going to start at the 4th fret. We're going to go pointer finger on 4, middle finger on 5, ring finger on 6, and pinky on 7. Just hold them all on that G string right there. Now, when they're all staying there on the G string, we're going to start with the pointer finger. What we're going to do is put the pointer finger to go to the A string, 4th fret, and pick that note. Now, without moving these 3 that are still sitting on that G string, we're going to put the pointer finger now and move it to the B string, 4th fret. Okay, so it's going to look like this when you do the movement with the pointer finger. 4th fret on A and B string. And the goal is to do this for 30 seconds per finger. Okay, makes a short little great exercise that you'll do 30 seconds per finger on that. That's the pointer. Now, bring the pointer back to the G string, and now we're going to use the middle finger in the same motion. But the middle finger is going to be going from the A to B string on the 5th fret now. So keep all the other 3 fingers where they are. That's what's building that finger independence. Just back and forth, have your clock on, and watch it go by 30 seconds as you do that one finger back and forth. Take it slow and make sure that you're hearing both the notes. Nothing's buzzing and no other fingers are moving while that's happening. And as you can imagine, we're going to move on to the ring finger next. That's the tough one for a lot of people. Take your time. Go slow if you need to with that. And then we'll land off with that pinky, the finger that always needs help. Back and forth on the 7th fret on that A string. Notice nothing else is moving. Doing this 30 seconds per finger every day, I know you're going to feel results on this one. This is my favorite exercise. Okay, exercise number 2. This is about improving your picking. We all want to be faster at our picking and more articulate and accurate. So this is going to really help this. What we're going to do is we're going to stay on the low E thick string, and we're going to make sure that every pick we do with the right hand is going to be alternating down and up every pick. The thing about this exercise that makes it unique, it's an odd number of notes that we're picking. So when we do an odd number of notes per string, that means our alternate picking is going to switch on every string. So you'll see what I mean once we get into it. But what we want to do is simply do 5 notes on the low E string. We're going to start with the open E with the down pick. Then the 1st fret, put your pointer finger and do the up pick. Then the down for the 2nd fret with your middle. Up with your ring on the 3rd. Down with your pinky on the 4th. Okay, and what we've just done there is the first 5 notes. Down, up, down, up, down. Now because we're alternating, that means our next pick must be an up. And we're switching to the A string now to do that. So you're going to be switching on an up pick, which is a great workout for that right hand. A lot of people aren't really good at doing an up pick on switching strings. So as I move to the A string now, I started on an up pick. And I'm going to continue that 5-note rotation. Up on the open A, down on the 1, up on the 2, down on the 3, up on the 4. Now I just landed on an up on the 4. That means I got to go down again on the D string. So you see how we're alternating that picking as we switch strings. So I'm going down on D, up, and I'm just following that pattern. Now I'm going up on G. So you're getting this really great alternating picking workout that ensures that every other string you're crossing over and changing which ones goes up and down. That one at a slow pace for all 6 strings is an amazing daily workout. without a doubt, the pinky and ring finger are the ones that usually are the weakest, and we always want to improve the strength on those two in particular. So this is an amazing workout that works at all the fingers, but really focuses on those weakest two. What we're going to do is we're going to climb up here and sit on the G string of the 5th fret, and we're going to walk up an alternate pick on the G string, always down and up picking on this, and we're going to start to climb up 5, 6, 7, 8 on the G string. So we're going to go like this, and every finger gets represented: pointer, middle, ring, and then pinky. So we're just going down and up. So now I made it to the 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want you to go in reverse and go 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so that's our first move. Up, down. Here's where the work comes in. We're going to hit the 5 again, skip to the pinky 8th fret, then ring finger 7, back to the pinky 8th fret. So you see that move is, so far we have this up and down, and then 5, 8, 7, 8. And let's end it with the middle finger, 6, 8, 7, 8. A lot of work with that pinky ring and doing that back half of that exercise. Up, down, 5, 6. Okay, doing that daily, nice and slow, even, good alternate picking. Watch the strength grow on those two weakest fingers. Okay, so many exercises focus on staying kind of in one area, but don't really climb the neck a lot. So if you're interested in being able to climb positions, get up to those higher frets, and do it with some ease and connection, this is a great exercise that we don't see a lot of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the high E for this whole one. And what I want to do is groups of 3, these triplets. And what we're going to do with the pointer finger, and remember, always alternate pick with this down and up every note, we're going to go 101 on the high E. Okay, now we're going to start to climb, and we're going to go 212 with, and always using our middle and pointer. Let's keep climbing 323 with your ring and middle, and then we're going to use that pinky to ring, going 434. So there's a nice little pattern there of 1 0 1 2 1 2 3 2 3 4 3. Now the thing is, we want to start to climb. So what I want you to do is when you run out of room now and you reach to your pinky, is I want to start on 5, because that's the next logical fret to make this position jump to. But use your middle finger now to hop up there, and we're going to now go to the next position, 5, 4, 5. Keep going. I made it to 7, ran out of room, use the middle finger to jump to 8. Keeping that same triplet jump, ran out of room on pinky, jump to 11. Okay, so all together you'd have this, the challenge, jump that middle. And you could do that on every string to get better on jumping position. If your chord switching is still a struggle and you're kind of building chords one note at a time still, having a hard time strumming and keeping up with the song at full pace, this is going to be the exercise to help you really get that chord building muscle memory that you need to be able to play a song quickly. So what we're going to do is let's just take one chord every time you practice this. When you sit down to practice daily and run through these exercises, just choose a different chord each time you do this. And what we're trying to do is we're going to build the memory on making sure when we build the chord, we're not piecing together one finger at a time. We're dropping all of the fingers. So we're going to take a C chord for this example. And what I want you to do is just strum that C chord. But when you finish strumming that C chord, I want you to lift every finger up hovering, keeping that C shape in the air, and then coming down and dropping it at once and strumming it again. This is creating that important muscle memory we need to build. If I'm playing a song that jumps to C, you don't see me really building it one at a time like this. You'll see me actually going like that, like G, I drop and hit all those, but you have to build into that muscle memory to be able to build those shapes. Let's look at a G. If you did a G chord, strum the G, I want you to raise it up off of the frets and then drop it back down. If you sat there and did that for a minute straight, just taking the G strum, raising up that G shape in the air, keeping it together, then dropping it and strumming it again, just doing that for a minute straight, and you did it for a different chord every day, it's going to really help that chord building muscle memory. Watch how fast those chord changes start to improve. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, finding it helpful, if you can give me a hammer on that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Put a comment if you have some song requests, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This way you'll get notified when I put out new videos. Thank you for all your support.